Welcome to the From Ashes to Intimacy mini retreat, day 2, for couples who want to recreate passion and trust. Aloha, beautiful souls. I'm so happy to see you here at our 3-day virtual mini retreat. I just wanted to introduce you to our in-person retreats that are available in Hawaii at Hawaii Happiness Farm, where you get to deep dive into the 10 intimacy skills and have transformation occur right in front of your eyes. We do meditation, we do group coaching, we sit around by the fire and we share. There's so much love and nurturing. We go paddleboarding, we go surfing sometimes, depending on if you want to. We get to go let's go swim with the fish, and we get to go hiking. It's the most amazing experience, and I would love to see you there. In addition to that, we are also offering free resources, our Spells book, Intimacy After Infidelity book, and Cheat on Your Section book, which are all designed for recovering from infidelity in marriage. In addition to that, I also am offering you your first coaching call for free, where I get to support you on your journey as you learn the skills and get to celebrate with you and help you along the way. I would love to see you there. Click the link in my bio in order to get these free resources, and make sure that you like and subscribe. Now let's begin. We know that things have been challenging for you, and we are so amazed by your dedication and perseverance to learn the skills needed to overcome sexual issues in your relationship and to rebuild trust. When James and I experienced these painful emotions, it was difficult to make it through each day, and I questioned my value as a human being and my purpose on earth when everything seemed to be continuously falling apart. I want you to know that I'm here for you if you need me. I wish I had a coach when I was experiencing these same issues. I love you, and I am here for you. If I had known then what I know now about my value, my identity, and my purpose, I would not have been so lost for so long. And that is exactly why I'm here with you today, working through these moments so that you can have what I did not: clarity, guidance, and wisdom through the darkest times of my life. If you are willing to implement these 10 skills, you will see miraculous change and growth, joy and peace, love, passion, and intimacy like you have never before known. We are going to begin today's lesson with a spiritual guided meditation of renewal and peace. Take a deep breath now and imagine you're on a beach in Hawaii with me, surrounded by all these supportive and loving people. The sun is setting and the colors in the sky are just the right amount of beautiful oranges, blues, pinks, and purples. Next to you is your partner. They turn to you and smile. You reach over and gently hold their hand, and their gentle, loving touch sends warmth through your entire body. What a gift this is. As the love is sweet and nurturing, safe and protected, you can feel the spiritual presence of love and light flow through your entire body, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. You take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. You can hear the sounds of the waves. You can feel the soft, warm wind on your skin, in your hair, and in your lungs, nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. You are so in love. Imagine that love is light, and the white light of love flows through your body, nourishing every part of you. I want you to open your eyes now and be present with your spouse. You remember that you chose each other, and you now allow the walls that have been put up and have blocked the flow of energy to disappear. Take one more deep breath in as you choose your faith, and smile at your soulmate as you choose your faith over your fear, and believe in love and healing again. Deep breath in, slow breath out, allowing the love and healing to flow between the two of you. Skill number 5 is vulnerability. The skill of vulnerability is essential to safety, connection, and growth. When we refuse to open up and show soft, vulnerable emotion, we prevent the beautiful gift of spiritual intimacy. When we are willing to lay our hearts bare without complaining or criticizing and simply express our feelings, we are being vulnerable. Anger, resentment, and critical remarks are weapons we use to protect ourselves from the ones that have hurt us. When we refuse to pick up the defensive weapons and instead choose to be vulnerable, we allow the energetic force of love to take charge. When I first put down the sword of defensiveness and control, I felt lost, and I felt like I had become powerless. In reality, I was about to break the dark cycle of negative energy by calling upon the infinite power of unconditional love using the skill of vulnerability. When we are willing to share our pain without blame, we give our partners the opportunity to see us in our fragile and vulnerable emotions rather than in our control. When we let go of control and choose to be vulnerable instead, we choose our faith over our fear. We can trust that we are protected and safe in our fragile state with the love and light of our Creator. Knowing this allows us to be open to receive the energy of unconditional love and protection rather than being closed off and blocked with anger and hopelessness. This truly empowers us. Let's practice putting down the weapons of control, or maybe even seeking to hurt each other, by being full of vulnerability. Let's practice doing a heart talk centered around vulnerability. Begin by having one of you ask the other if they are open to hearing your heart, and then express your fragile emotions without blame or using "I feel" statements. Once the listener has heard the speaker, the listener will say, "I hear you saying. Did I get that right? Try again if you missed something." You have a few minutes each. Start now. Take a few more moments to wrap up, and then we will switch to the other person. You may now switch to the other person. Remember that the speaker uses "I feel" statements and the listener asks for confirmation that they heard their partner correctly. Let's begin now. Now let's wrap up this vulnerable communication, and now we are going to write down 5 to 10 things each that you have done in the past that have caused disconnection because you're using weapons of criticism or control in place of vulnerability. Understanding our weapons is crucial to our growth. Let's start writing those down now. 5 to 10 things you have done. For me, my weapons were threats of divorce and trying to make sure James did what I want, demanding that he change and telling James he's doing the things wrong or ineffectively. Others were refusing to talk or not validating, not believing in him, and using resentful words. Let's wrap this up now, and if you ever need more time, either go back to this exercise after we're done or pause this video if you're not live. Now let's move on to skill number 6, my beach, our lagoon. When I was first married to my husband, I thought that the beach and the lagoon were one and the same thing, and that James and I were one unit who needed to be on the same page about everything. In reality, he always had his own beach, and so did I. We had a shared lagoon, but we did not share the same beach. We were accountable for our own. Understanding that everyone has their own thoughts, opinions, needs, and desires that are often different from my own helped me to love myself and James better. I was no longer in charge of James's beach, and he was not in charge of mine, and I could give love and nurture to my own beach, and by doing so, I made our lagoon a sanctuary of beautiful fish, coral, water plants, turtles, and seahorses, and I did not focus on how he contributed. What does it mean to have your own beach and take care of it? Each of us must understand that we are accountable for ourselves, and that means that we can't look over at our partner and shame them for not buying the correct beach furniture or for not cleaning up last night's recycling. We simply look at our own beach and see how we can make it pretty with wind chimes, lounge chairs, beach grass, and banana trees. Let's brainstorm ways that we can be accountable for ourselves and our beaches. Write down 3 ways that you can stop looking over at your partner's messy beach and stay focused on your own. Let's begin that now. For me, I choose to go paddleboarding when I'm disappointed that my husband doesn't want to spend time with me. I protect my energy with meditation, and I trust God to provide for me when the money is running low. On James's beach, he does self-care cycle. When the money is causing issues, he works out when he's feeling out of control, and he prays for ideas of what to do when I'm feeling overwhelmed and overworked, in his own words. Please continue writing, and please type your ideas in the comments so I can hear from you. I love hearing from you. Now let's spend some time brainstorming things that are not on your beach that you try to make your own responsibility. Here are some great examples from my list. James' emotional state, I try to make that my responsibility. James's health and fitness, also I try to make that my responsibility. And how James parents. For James, he says that Dagan's dreams and ideas, he tries to make those his responsibility. Changing Dagan's mind when I know that she's wrong. And he says that he gets upset when I leave things around his office. Just a few more moments to put together your thoughts. Skill number 7 is receiving love. Each of us is endlessly loved and cherished, even if it seems that we are not. Every day, those around you will try to give you love with gifts, kind words, service, time, and physical affection, but often we reject their efforts unintentionally. When we reject, we prevent those around us from being successful in their attempts to love us. Everyone wants to be loved, and they show love by giving it. When we refuse to accept their efforts, both of us suffer needlessly. An example is when our spouse tries to apologize, but we are still angry and want to punish them. Another example is when our partners try to give us a gift. We often refuse to receive in the name of too much money being spent, or I don't like those kind of flowers, or I don't like the colors of this dress. This rejection makes your partner unsuccessful, and they begin to feel that their efforts are not enough. We train our partners to give to us by receiving the gifts they give. We get everything we want when we receive with gratitude and smiles, even if it's not exactly what we originally wanted. Pull out your journal now and write down 5 ways that you have rejected your partner's best efforts in the past. how can you love better now? Spend a moment taking turns receiving words of kindness or apology without rejecting, and simply saying thank you with a smile and a hug. You may add, I really appreciate you.
Okay, let's practice being great receivers. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn towards our partner. Eye contact. Then we're going to smile and we're going to say, thank you so much, honey, for doing the dishes for me. And then the person who's receiving is going to turn, make eye contact, do a little touch, and say, you're very welcome. Now, another example would be, a person could give you a compliment. So let's try that. You know, I think you're really, really handsome. And I think you look so good. Or you're so beautiful. And then your partner says, why, thank you. I really appreciate that. I am. And I work hard at looking really good. Or how about maybe you want to apologize for a time in the past when you weren't receiving. One of those examples for me was when my husband tried to do the kitchen. He tried to clean the kitchen. He tried to organize it and make it all nice. And then he threw away my seeds. I had saved these seeds for quite some time. It was like this mango seed and some avocado seeds. And I put them on the counter to dry and he threw them away. And then when I saw that, I was so upset that I said to him, you threw away my seeds and I'm really upset about that. Instead of telling him, thank you so much for organizing the kitchen for me or trying so hard to be an active participant in the cleanliness of the kitchen, I complained. And when we complain, we reinforce what we don't want. So if you want more of something, you can't complain about what you are currently getting. You've got to express gratitude, even if you're a little disappointed on how they did it.
Begin now with your practice communication with a great receptive attitude.
Okay, friends, let's wrap up this conversation. I'm so happy that you were able to participate and really connect with your partner. I just love seeing people connect. And now we're going to move on to the next skill, which is respect, the lifeblood of marriage. I used to wonder what respect even was. I was like, isn't that something you have to earn? Respect is not something we earn. It is something we freely give to another person. Everybody deserves respect sometimes and doesn't deserve respect at other times, and that's okay. Respect is really love. It's really about allowing a person to make decisions and to trust them and to believe in them and to really think that they are worthy of making those decisions and capable of doing so. When we disrespect another person, we basically tell them that we don't trust them, we don't believe in them, we don't think they're doing things correctly, we think that they are mean to us or rude, and we just are unkind. It's an unkind action. We can be rude to be disrespectful. We can be unloving to be disrespectful. We can stonewall. We can yell. We can be silent. We can give silent treatment. There's so many ways to be disrespectful. Being disrespectful is simply not believing in another person or trusting them or thinking they are smart enough or wise enough to make decisions. And when our partner comes to us with an idea and we tell them their idea is bad, or maybe they act in a certain way and we think that they're not doing it right, and so we tell them, that is very disrespectful. And we correct them, or we ask them, are you wearing that? Or are you doing that? That is very disrespectful. So when we really want to connect with the people that are in our lives, we have to give them the gift of respect. Okay, now you're thinking, yeah, but my partner disrespected me. And they have done more disrespectful things to me than you could ever imagine. They have violated my trust. They literally went into my life and smashed it and violated my trust. You bet I thought that same thing myself. You bet I did. I went in a spin, a tailspin, many times. But you're here with me now. That means that you believe in marriage and you believe in healing. And I know exactly how to heal your marriage, and it does not involve disrespect. Disrespect is very disconnecting. Every time that we question, we criticize, we complain, it basically says to our partner, you're not capable and you don't know what you're doing. And I'm smarter and I'm wiser than you. And that is extremely disconnecting. That takes intimacy, that loving connection between the two of you, and splits it up. The moment that you look at your partner with disrespect, say something disrespectful, turn away in a rude way, just anything at all, it really hurts the marriage. It really hurts the connection. And we're here to rebuild. So what I want you to do right now is spend the next 3 minutes writing down all the ways that you've been disrespectful to your partner. Rude remarks, things that you did, things you did behind their back, things that you did to seek revenge, just anything you can think of at all. Spend the next 3 minutes writing it down because accountability is key. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Okay, let's wrap up now, and James is going to teach us about respect from his perspective on giving and receiving respect.
One way that I love to demonstrate respect for my spouse is by trying to put myself in her shoes when she's feeling bad or upset about something. I like to think about, like, if I were in her place feeling that way, usually it's some kind of negative emotion, feeling bad. What would I love? Like, what kind of reaction would I love from my spouse? I try to think about what that would be, and then I try to copy that or do that for her. Usually that involves giving her the benefit of the doubt or being nice, smiley, affectionate, even if she's upset about something that I did or didn't do, or she's annoyed, or she says things that are some kind of triggering statement, where it'd be really easy to react in a bad way. But what if you took that bait and you just kind of set it down and didn't react to it, and instead you flipped the script and you said, how can I show more love and more affection for obviously somebody that's feeling a lot of hurt in that moment? How can I lighten the load? I think that if we can focus on those things, then we're more likely to have the outcome that we want.
Yes, and I have seen that myself, and I really love it when James does that for me, and it makes me feel so peaceful, and has a soothing effect on my heart. And when I feel like I want to be disrespectful to my husband, or he's thrown out bait to me, kind of just hanging out in the office or doing something that's he's not doing exactly what I want him to do, then sometimes I'll just take a breath and just go do something fun for myself, so that I don't react and don't find myself becoming snappy. And then I can come back to him, and there's a preserved peace and kept the love, and that's a very respectful thing to do. So I would love for you now to go ahead and practice ways that you can be respectful when you feel the natural inclination to be disrespectful with your partner. Let's start now. I'm so happy that you joined us for day 2 of our mini retreat. I wanted to just congratulate you for putting in as much effort as you already have, and for being here with us. Also, I wanted to introduce you to our in-person event in Hawaii at Hawaii Happiness Farm. It is a glamping retreat center, and it's a very romantic setting for diving deep into the intimacy skills that we teach in our book and in our program. So I'd love to see you there. You can click on the link in my bio and also on the end screen of this video, and there's a little bit more information that will come up following this video. And so I would love to see you there. And in addition to that, we have our Cheat on Your Sex Addiction that James and I wrote together. And it's an intimacy book that is extremely empowering for couples who have experienced porn addiction or even sex addiction or infidelity in their marriage. And we have the Ashes to Intimacy program. And we also have our spells book, which is super epic. It teaches you how to get what you want in your relationship, and if you want, you can also have a free coaching call with me. So I hope to see you there.